The Lakers get a big-time win on Christmas Day, and one guy that they are so happy that they have this holiday season is Max Christie. I'm Sean Davis. Make sure you guys subscribe here to the channel, turn on those post notification bells, as well so you never miss a video. The Lakers last night picked up a big-time win against the Golden State Warriors. Really quickly, I do want to say this for people in the comments. If I do look left in my videos a lot, it's because I have my monitor like directly next to me. So I do want to explain that. I've got a few comments about people say I might move around a little bit. One, that's just kind of how I am in general. I'll make sure I work on that. But I do have my monitor directly next to me. That's where I do have like a lot of my stats and data and things like that I might use in a particular video. So I do apologize about that. We will get better at that as well. So again, much apologies. But Max Christie was a big part of the Lakers win last night against the Golden State Warriors, a Christmas Day classic. The NBA reported that was the most watched game, the best Christmas Day in 5 years, most watched game in 5 years. Lakers, Warriors. It was a classic, had us on the edge of our seats for a lot of it, unfortunately, especially down the stretch where the Lakers thought they had the game in the bag, and then Steph Curry just, hurls the ball at the rim and somehow gets to the drop. But one of the guys that I talked about a lot heading into the season was Max Christie and how the Lakers desperately needed Max Christie to take that year 3 breakout. And it wasn't the prettiest at the start of the season. He had some struggles with his role on both ends of the floor. I think, number one, he's a guy that, is benefited the most outside of AD. I think AD's impact has gone back up a ton since them, making the shift to being a little bit more traditional, play a little bit more drop coverage. They're still versatile defensively, don't get me wrong, but they are a little bit more traditional. They're playing a lot more drop coverage than they had been playing at the start of the season. So after like AD, it's like Max Christie and Game Bits in terms of guys that are benefiting the most in terms of like their defensive impact. And Max Christie, on the perimeter defensively has been spectacular. If you look at B-ball indexes, perimeter defensive metrics, he's still not the best in terms of forcing turnovers and, kind of playing the passing lanes and just wrecking havoc in that way. That's kind of Cam Reddish and Jared Vanderbilt's thing in terms of being a ball hawk, right? So the way I like to describe it is, you have your ball hawks in the NFL, right? At corner, like the Trayvon Dixies for the Dallas Cowboys, where he had 10 plus picks or whatever it was, right? That's not Max Christie. That's more Jared Vanderbilt or a Cam Reddish, for an example. But per B-ball index, Max Christie has an A grade for his perimeter isolation defense, an A plus grade for his ball screen navigation defense. Actually, in the 100th percentile, ranked second out of 497 players this season in ball screen navigation. And then he is in the top 74th percentile in terms of off-ball chaser defense. So his on-ball defense is something this team has desperately needed. And then so far this season, Max Christie, if you look at synergy data, he's been able to knock down spot-up catch-and-shoot threes. He's shooting 38% on catch-and-shoot threes. As a matter of fact, do you take off like any self-created look that Max Christie's had to make? He took one pick-and-roll three, didn't make it. 3 dribble handoff threes didn't make it, and 1 isolation 3 didn't make it. But if you just focus on transition and spot up threes, which is probably the ones I would focus on the most with Max Christie, he's shooting almost 36% in transition from 3 and 38% in the on spot up catch and shoot scenarios. And he's only going to get better. I think that's the thing that I think we're still kind of watching for Max is how he is playing off the catch, and specifically when he has to play off the catch and make a move and gets to the basket, because that's when Max is really going to take that leap where he can be a consistent off the catch player. And he's made some adjustments. He has gotten better at that throughout his career. He had a play last night where Bron called him up into the ball screen action. He does a great job. He actually is a legitimately really good screener. He comes, sets the screen. This is late in the game. Sets the screen. He slips, or he rolls rather. Dennis Schroeder's not on him. He has to make a big time through contact finish at the rim to help extend the lead at the time for the Lakers. Max Christie in his last 10 games is averaging roughly 10 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game, 1.2 steals, while shooting 52% from the floor, 40.5% from 3, and 88% from the free throw line. Max knocked out some really, really clutch free throws in that game as well. Coming off back-to-back games with at least 15 points. He's getting shots up. He's playing with extreme confidence right now. And this is honestly maybe a little bit better than what I expected from Max in year 3. It sucks that we never got to see see him get real reps, a real opportunity last season, but he's made the most of his opportunities. He has that great game against De'Aaron Fox, did a great job against John Morant. Max Christie is starting to prove that he is a night in, night out rotation player, and he's rewarded JJ Redick for his decision to start Max. And I'm really, really excited. He's going to get another crack at De'Aaron Fox. Now, there are certain matchups where I do think Cam Reddish and Jared Vanderbilt, for example, are just make more sense. But if you look at their schedule, it's a very Max-friendly schedule for a little bit here. Even the Dallas game, now that there is no Luka Doncic, those are the type of guards that I kind of worry about with Max, like your Lukas, even your Hardens. I have to go back and specifically watch how Max did against Cade, but Cade even a little bit. Although Cade's not the best finisher, so maybe I'm not even sure about that one. But guard/wings that can impose their physicality on Max worry me a little bit. But like De'Aaron Fox, he's done a really good job in the past on Donovan Mitchell. So I'm not too worried for the time being about that. But this is what the Lakers have needed. A 2-guard that can play defense on the perimeter specifically, be a good rebounder. Max is a good rebounder for his size. He's the box score doesn't always showcase that. But I do think Max is legitimately a pretty good rebounder that could, make plays defensively, rebound, and knock down threes. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and that's exactly what the Lakers needed. Lakers back in action Saturday night against the Sacramento Kings. They do not leave the state. They only leave the state of California one time up until their East Coast road trip to end the month. But outside of that, folks, the Lakers are in the state of California all the way up until January 27th, which is their first game on their East Coast trip. So Lakers are going to be able to enjoy, the West Coast, enjoy the state of California and LA for the most part. Up until that East Coast stretch, like I just mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys follow me on X/Twitter at Sean_DAVI. We're going to have some more fun content here as we continue the rest of this Lakers season. Going to be talking trades. We're going to do a live stream here at some point. I have to look at my calendar and see what day makes the most sense. But the plan is to do a live stream here. And I really appreciate everybody that tuned in to our Lakers versus Warriors play-by-play. We're going to be doing those a little bit more often as well. So appreciate all the support, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, and as always, go Lake Show.